Once upon a time, in a modest suburban neighborhood, there lived a teenager named Emily. She was a bright and talented girl with dreams that reached for the stars. However, beneath her cheerful demeanor and infectious smile, a shadow lurked, a shadow cast by the weight of her mental health issues. Emily's struggles began during her early teenage years. She couldn't pinpoint the exact moment when anxiety and depression had crept into her life, but she vividly remembered the gradual erosion of her happiness. What once were carefree days filled with laughter and adventure became a relentless battle against the darkness within. Her parents, Sarah and David, noticed the subtle changes in their daughter's behavior. Emily had always been a vibrant and outgoing child, but now she seemed withdrawn, spending most of her time locked in her room. Her grades plummeted, and her once cherished hobbies were abandoned. One evening, as the family gathered for dinner, Emily pushed her food around her plate, lost in thought. Sarah and David exchanged worried glances, their hearts heavy with concern for their beloved daughter. Sensing their concern, Emily finally broke the silence, her voice trembling. "Mom, Dad," she began, tears welling up in her eyes. "I don't know what's happening to me. I feel so anxious all the time, and I can't explain why. I'm scared, and I don't want to feel like this anymore." Her parents exchanged glances again, this time filled with both relief and determination. They knew they had to take action, and fast. They reassured Emily of their unwavering love and support, and together, they decided it was time to seek professional help. Their search led them to Dr. Carter, a compassionate and experienced therapist who specialized in adolescent mental health. Dr. Carter welcomed Emily into her cozy office, where they began the arduous journey of untangling the web of emotions that had ensnared her. Emily's therapy sessions became a lifeline. Dr. Carter taught her to recognize her anxiety triggers and provided her with tools to cope with them. Emily discovered the power of mindfulness, meditation, and journaling, which gradually allowed her to gain a semblance of control over her racing thoughts. For Sarah and David, attending therapy sessions with Emily was a revelation. They learned how to be empathetic listeners and how to support their daughter without judgment. They also realized that mental health issues were not a reflection of their parenting but rather a challenge their family was facing together. While therapy was instrumental in Emily's healing process, it wasn't a quick fix. There were days when the darkness seemed impenetrable, when Emily felt like giving up. But she persevered, motivated by the love and support of her family, as well as her growing desire to reclaim the life she had once known. One day, as Emily was flipping through an old sketchbook she had abandoned during her darkest days, she rediscovered her love for art. The strokes of her pencil on paper became a form of self-expression, a way to convey the turmoil within her soul. Emily's art became a silent dialogue with her emotions, a bridge to understanding herself. With renewed determination, Emily decided to share her art with the world. She created an Instagram account where she posted her drawings and paintings, along with candid captions that shared her journey of healing. To her surprise, people resonated with her art and her story. They saw a raw and authentic portrayal of mental health struggles, and it touched their hearts. Emily's following on Instagram grew steadily, and she started receiving messages from people who had faced similar challenges. They expressed gratitude for her openness and courage, sharing their own stories of hope and resilience. Emily's art had become a beacon of light for others navigating the turbulent waters of mental health. As Emily's senior year of high school approached, she made a bold decision. She would pursue her passion for art by applying to an esteemed art school in a distant city. The prospect of leaving her comfort zone and facing the world independently was daunting, but Emily knew it was a vital step in her journey towards self-discovery and recovery. She was accepted into the art school, and with tearful goodbyes, she bid farewell to her family and embarked on her new adventure. College life was a whirlwind of emotions, but Emily had learned valuable lessons that served as her compass. She continued therapy with Dr. Carter through video calls, made new friends who supported her unconditionally, and threw herself into her studies and her art. One of the most significant realizations during this time was the importance of self-care. Emily understood that taking care of her mental health was a lifelong commitment. She incorporated daily practices of mindfulness meditation, regular exercise, and a balanced diet into her routine. These self-care rituals became her armor against the storms that occasionally swept through her mind. As the years went by, Emily's art career flourished. She held her first solo exhibition in the city, where her paintings were met with critical acclaim. Her art continued to serve as a medium for discussing mental health openly, and she used her platform to advocate for destigmatization and raise awareness. Life wasn't all about work for Emily, though. She fell in love with a fellow artist named Liam, whose warmth and understanding mirrored her own. Together, they created a relationship built on empathy and support. They were two souls who had weathered their own mental health storms, finding solace and strength in each other's arms. After graduating from art school, Emily and Liam made the decision to return to their hometown. They bought a charming cottage on the outskirts of the suburb, a place where they could find inspiration in the gentle rustling of leaves and the soft melodies of birdsong. It was a haven of creativity and love, a place where they could continue their healing journeys together. Back in their hometown, Emily reconnected with her roots. She started art therapy workshops for children and teenagers who faced mental health challenges. Emily knew the importance of offering the support she had once longed for, and she hoped that through art, she could help them find their voices and inner strength. Years passed, and the cottage became a sanctuary for creativity and growth. Emily and Liam celebrated their love by getting married beneath a canopy of blooming cherry blossoms, surrounded by friends and family who had witnessed their incredible transformations. In the heart of their suburban neighborhood, Emily and Liam lived a life filled with art, love, and the knowledge that they had conquered their mental health battles together. They were living proof that healing was possible, that scars could be transformed into art, and that the sun could shine brilliantly even after the darkest storms. As Emily looked back on her journey, she knew that the road to recovery was not always smooth, but it was worth every stumble. Her mental health challenges were not something to be ashamed of, they were a part of her story, a testament to her resilience. Emily had come to realize that her purpose was not just to overcome her own struggles but also to be a guiding light for others still finding their way through the darkness. In the quiet moments, as Emily gazed out of her cottage window at the setting sun, she felt a deep sense of contentment. She knew that her life would always have its ups and downs, but she had found the strength to face them head-on. She had reclaimed the sun, and it shone brightly within her, warming her soul and illuminating the path ahead.